Hey, we got it focused. How we're doing today? So we're gonna probably do some recapping soon, and we're gonna do that real later. This is the instructions you guys can see. I'm using the Sony hand cam, the old school one. But you guys can see that. I'll put it up there. This is what we're gonna be using today. But I'm gonna be doing one cap today, the 1000 UFF one we're gonna be doing. So you guys can see that. So you guys can pause this video. We're using the Sony hand camera today. Guys, you get a focus on that. I hope you guys can read that. That's for the TRC 451. But I'm surprised this camera's still working. I hadn't fired this up since 2020 with this guy, but I still use my cell phone camera. But I have another camera like this, like the Panasonic, but this is the Sony. I think it's the S. There it is. I got the model here. It's the model DCR-SR68. And that's what this camera is. I won this on Lestia.com back several years ago. I've done things with this camera before. I've done the weather satellite thing I did with the reflecting on the Raspberry Pi a while back when I designed that antenna with this zoomer. This is the quality camera, and it's done with the desoldering video I did a while back on my first YouTube channel. The one with the blue desoldering gun I had a while back when I did that. So this is actually what they are. I'll give you guys a look at this. At least it's recording right now, so you guys can see all the UFFs. It's a very good focus. This is what I like about this camera, is it can do very good on boards and stuff with this. But I'm going to pause this for a while. We're pretty good. So we can start on that real soon. You guys can look at the radio here we're going to be doing today. And I don't care how long this video goes. Just want to get this camera to test out. We got a solder gun ready to go right now. But I'm going to be using the tube type desoldering gun today. We're going to replace the 1000 volt one, the 1000 UFF one today. And I know where it's actually located at. I'm going to flip the board over. It's located right here. These two up here, if you guys can see it. I don't know if you can see it. I'll take a look. They're up in that area. Right about here. That direction. These two up there, these two big pins. Yeah, at least we can see it on the screen. And I'll zoom it out a little bit to give you guys a focus. I like to use a good quality camera, but it's usually these pins right here, right there for the 1000 UFFs. They're the 25 volts ones, they're the same caps. This is the cap kit that came with this. You guys seen the videos of it. And I'll be right back in a second. I want to run this camera, let it run for a while. You guys take a look at the boards. These are the cap kits. That's what I have. At least the focus is working. It might not be perfect on this guy, but it's pretty close perfect. I want to move the screen right down this way, so that gives us a better view. There we go. That's what I wanted at. But I got another camera like this, can be hooked up to video screens too with this one. I'll show you the 1000 caps we're going to be putting together. These two, they're 25 volts, I think they are. These are the ones we're going to be doing today. These two little caps we're going to be putting in those gray ones. But the rest of it I'm going to be doing some more later. I'm just doing a startup video, you guys can see that. We're not going to recap the whole entire radio today. We're just going to do one part of it today with this, and that's it. And probably do some more later on. There's supposed to be some bad weather this week, but this is on April 5th, 2023. Hope you guys enjoy that today. 3:11 in the afternoon. So I'll tell you about that for a while. We'll talk in this video. Be right back, get a drink ready to go. I'd rather have this thing's an 80 gig hard drive. It's a beautiful machine, don't worry. I got windows open. It's about almost 80 degrees out here right now. 82, but 79 under the porch. I'm just gonna sit here, keep that cool. Get me a little tube sucker. I'm not going to use that Radio Shack one because you do some bad things to boards if you don't know what you're doing. One of these will work fine. So I have a bunch of them ready to go. Hope you guys enjoyed that day. I'm gonna flip this over and look at it. Show you what I'm doing at. That's your thing. See how it's looking on camera. I know you guys can see it, but this is what we're gonna look at today. I took the speakers off, but they're fine. Can I mark them? It's good. Alright. So we're looking at these two big guys. Those are the ones I'm looking at down there to try to replace today. See all the whole entire cap boards you can see. Before that I was using my Sony DSR when I zoomed these guys the last time. And my thing. It's very different than the Sony DSR camera one. This is not all my cameras I have. This is the 80 gig hard drive one. See all them boards we have in there? Yeah, we have a lot of them. So we're going to be replacing those two caps today. And that's my focus we're going to do. But you see the black mark on the big cap up there in the upper part. It's right here. That is the minus side. Positive side is the non-minus. This is the minus side, you go on that side. The plus side stays on this side, the upper right side. The left side is the minus. You can see that. I'm going to try that today, see what happens. Okay. We got the desoldered guns here ready to go. They're going to use the little tube ones. Oh, they're not on. Sorry about that. My gun's not on. There we go. My sonar not on. Okay. Sorry about that, folks. Should have fired up. I had to read on plugs and plugs. 593 degrees. I'm gonna have to go up 600 on this board. Yep. 604. That's pretty hard. We're gonna go to 650 on this guy. It's not the soldering. 630, we'll see what happens. These things are working. It'll take a while. I'm going to go to 700 degrees. It's a big solder. Probably have to put more degrees on that. Let's go to 700. Gotta put a lot of solder on this one. Now put 700 degrees. You should be able to work at 700 degrees. Is there any like a 30-watt solder iron or something like that? This is a very hard solder right now. It should be melting right now. I'm about to go higher. I'm going to put 741. For these big blobs, you probably have to put a lot of heat on. That's what's going to take me some time today. Hope you guys get I hope we get this big guy out of here. The other one's the same thing. You know, you gotta use certain kind of solder. He must have soldered the crap out of this thing. I'm going to go higher on the thing. We've got to go probably 800. There it goes. It's starting to melt. It's working. I see the pen in there. So I don't have the right solder on this for this, but I think it should be able to melt. This is a big one. There it goes, I got it. Looking good, didn't scratch it. That's how we do it. I have to go get some of that braid stuff. Yeah, that's very hard to do right now, but I have to heat it up higher. These boards are pretty tough. This is not easy. The other ones you can do easy with small ones, but these big ones are the tough ones. So I don't want the gun too hot. Okay, I'm gonna try something else. That did help a little bit, but I have something that will work. The Brady stuff I got. I'll find it. Let's see what it sucks in this out. There it is. This stuff might. It'll work some of it. Let's try this right now. That might be able to work some of this. This stuff will work as a copper breeding. try this again. Be okay. These are the tough solder. These are the ones I want to do, the big guys. Big guys are the worst. These are the worst things on the solder. That's why I picked the challenge on that. Hope you guys are seeing this video. Don't do that. Shit. Sorry about that. There's a lot of solder on this stuff. Let's see where it's at. Hope it didn't mess up the board that scratch, but it should be okay. As long as it's not on the trace. Looks like it's not on the trace, thank God. It looks alright. This is a very tough board. Dang it, don't hit that. Not to put some flux in to get it loosened up. I hope I didn't scratch the board. Probably did not. It doesn't look like it's scratched. It's This is a little scraped, but looks like it's okay right there. Now traces didn't got scratched. God. I expect a Hammingham guy did all this crap, but boy, very tough board, but so I put a flux on it. See if that will work. I thought I was going to recap this thing easy. It's not easy when you recap them, but that is a challenge, but we'll get it off soon. We'll try the flux a bit. He put a lot of solder on this one. Some solder guns will do that, some don't. If I get the solder open, the flux. That's what you guys don't do that, because the new solder stuff is pretty easy to deal with. The old solder, it's kind of different. This is a tough board, but it shouldn't be okay when it scratches like that. Let's try that now. See the flux hurt. Take a look at our camera. Hope we're okay. So I'm going to use the flux. That'll make the difference. Fluxing it will help. I'm trying to use a tube because if I use that desolder gun, it will spit it out. There it goes. It should be able to work now. Now there's a big tough one right there. Put a lot of solder on that. This guy was great who did this. There it goes. That worked. Should get it out. We're looking good, guys. I get some of solder out. Try some of this stuff. This stuff works. That's okay. Should be doing that. shoot. Uh-oh. That's not good. I scratched it, hoping to destroy the board. It's rehealing it now. It shouldn't hurt that bad. And this board's tough, okay? Maybe that ball did hit that trace too bad. As long as it hit that trace, it's okay. This is one of the tough ones. I didn't know that. Yeah, this kind of solder I will not use, but this will be alright, we can get it out. This one you put a lot of solder, this guy did. A little scratching and hurt it that bad, as long as it's not on the trace. There's no traces over here. The other one should be easy challenge because yep, I'm gonna keep scratching again. The only thing I don't like doing that is scratching board. Because I'm not used to desoldering yet. Because I don't want to do that to mess it all up. And I want to get this out of here. Looks alright, I didn't get the trace over there, at least it's not on it. Some of these boards I do done desoldering. I've done a die blade once and they're pretty easy to do. These boards are kind of different, they do that. Different solder irons do certain things. PC board should be fine, as long as it's not hit a whole bunch of traces over there. Yeah, that's why the guy takes 4 hours to do this thing, but we'll be alright. There we go. It's like a volcano rock. It's got a different surfing mount. Surfing mounts, you can get them off pretty easily. Desolder gun can be pretty fast, but I'm doing this around because it'll be easy on me. I'm using this tip so it'll be easy. This is going to be a tough board to get out. With the solder gun, it will definitely work. That's a bad mess this gonna do. You put a lot of solder blobs. And that's the bad shit and bad stuff to do. Yep, that's why I can't do that. Can't keep scratching like that. It's not on a trace, thank God. This is mostly connected to the ground bolt. That's why the positive. Things like this you have to be careful. It's copper. People spend thousands of dollars on stuff preparing to. I know you can charge you like hour of labor. That's why you have to do this. Because most guys will charge you hours of labor what they do. Most of that's what they repair all these radios, yeah. And the qualifier works really great. At least I did. It was an easy model to do. That one you can't hurt that one that bad. We're okay. Should be able to work, no problem. Mostly as long as you don't cut the diode load, you're okay. This is a tough iron thing, but yeah, this thing's like they put a lot of solder. He must have had a high temperature gun they did from the factory. But you can use a desoldered gun to get this removed. I had to put some more flux on it to help me out. It's just really tough when I get this solder out, but that's how it does. At least it didn't hit the traces, we're okay. These are very tough when you do, but you can do this with a solder gun, but I have a different soldering iron gun that's with iron, and that's what it is, but that's how I can go. 196 degrees. That could have been a cold solder joint. This guy had it on. It's a tough challenge, but you'll get it out. Try to get some of it. That's what you gotta do. That's a cold solder joint this guy did. Yeah, you can tell that's a very hard cold solder joint. See how dark it is? pull this thing out. I don't know if it'll work. This is one of those tough ones. Which one was it? This one right here? It is really hot. It is very hot. Maybe it would be a good idea to pull it out with the pliers. That might be a challenge, but we'll do it. The way you pull it out is hold it with the pliers and get the solder gun on that. It's very loose. I have an idea. You guys will see this for a minute, but either way I'm going to pull it on the edge. That's how I'm going to do it. Like other guys do it before. Well, you'll damage the guide lights. Okay, you put it on the edge and grab the big guy. That's how I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to do it right now. Sometimes you might, dang it, sorry. But I might have to pull this off, like, sometimes you might have to do it this way and sometimes you don't. For these guys, you have to pull them off with something. Should have some weight to hold it, but I have to put a brick on. Where is it? Just don't go hard. A lot of times you can do that, then suck it out with a soldering gun. This is the challenge. I did scratch the boards. It didn't scratch the traces, thank God. It didn't hit them at all. It did scratch this area here. I don't think it affects. Long as it didn't scratch the trace. A lot it did not. Barely missed on the other one. It's coming out now. It's working. You have to go down like that. Hope I didn't scratch the board up. I pray to God this radio will work good. It should be not that much problem. That's how you pull the big ones out like that. But all the ones, I think the other ones are easy to pull out. I'm sorry not showing on camera, but I did got one piece out of it. I'm trying to get this other one out right now. That's a tough one dealing with for now. It's a challenge. Take a look at what we're doing. And I did got this guy out. I did got part of it out. Because I can see it. It's probably the glue's blocking it. There it is right there. Could be that's what's holding the glue. There's a bug going to get it out of there. Yep, it's nasty glue. Yep. That's what's holding it. I might be able to get this out. Hope the board's not too big. Yeah. Sorry guys, you had to be tough. Probably use some kind of yeah, I hope you guys see it on camera. But that's what we're dealing with right now. We're gonna get one out. Hope we're okay. You guys can see it there. Yeah, I'm getting close. It's near there. It's the other one next to the transformer right here. But yeah, it's a tough one with getting it out. That was this glue is holding it. If I was the factory glue this, it's very hard glue. I gotta pull that out. Probably that's why it's not popping out. It's the glue. Yeah, we're gonna get one out today, but we'll be okay with this board. It didn't scratch the trace, it looks like, but I'll have to zoom it up so you guys can see it. Let's try to pull it out now. Boy, these things are tough to get out. It's loosened, but I'm seeing glue on that side. No, there's no glue on the other side. Chances are going to be able to get this out. This guy used some bad solder joints, really worse ones. Where's it at? There it is. Yeah, I can see it there. No, this one right here. So I know it's the part there. Yeah, it's definitely solder joints. I use a bad one. Might be able to fix that. Didn't hit the trace point that bad right there. Mostly this will be fine. As long as you don't hit these areas, you're okay. This is just the ground area. Yeah, 872 is what it melted really the best. Gotta keep the hole open. I'm gonna start something stuck in this area here. Check this out. See if we can pull it out. I don't want to burn my hands. That was one of those tough type additions. It's probably a bad joint. Oh shit. Sorry. Didn't hit the trace point, thank God. You don't want to do that because you can scrape it all out. Got it. Thank God. That worked. I pulled it out, guys. This is the one that was a tough one. Look at that. See that? I'll check this thing's good, but look how short these things are. Whoa. Wow. But to keep these straight. Whoa, whoa, be careful not to knock this down. So you guys can see that. I just pulled this out. This thing was a tough one. It probably was from the factory that did this. Yeah. We're going to put the small one in there too. Huh. I think it's going to be much easy. Just make sure I straighten this out, get it working. That's how I'm going to do it. We can reuse this solder. Very burnt boards. Yeah, I did scrape it that bad, but it'll be okay. No, I didn't hit the trace board. Now, if you're in this zone, you're okay. As long as you don't scrape it up here, that's a little hit, but this will be alright. This, you need to get this little hole out. Yeah, that'll be okay. Let me get this some fucking cut things out. Sorry about that. I hate those things that jump. Really make it perfect like that. Okay, I had to straighten them out. Okay, make them like perfect circles, you'll be fine. And then when you solder it, be okay. Okay, we're going to get this one in today, but I'm going to do that till later. I'm going to let it cool off for a while. Then we'll do the other one in a minute. Yeah, we'll put the other one in right now. That'd be an easy thing to do. Well, we did something good today, guys. At least we got this guy out. Now we're going to put the two things in there. These are tough things. Tell me what kind of solder I need to get a good one. I have some other ones too besides this one, but I haven't found them today. You don't want to overburn the board. I didn't burn the board. They are really tough boards. And I'm going to take one out, just like that. We need to get these guys replaced. We want to put the positive side without the minus thing. This doesn't go on the plus side. The plus side is usually right here. Right here, guys. Plus side. I'm going to put it on there and just leave it on there and cut it off later. Gotta look for it. Positive side, you can see it right here. You see the little plus thing on the board? I don't know if you guys can see it on camera. I don't know. Let me zoom it in. Okay, we're pretty far forward. You see where it's at right down there. It's right down here. And that circle plus side is right about down there, guys. You guys can see that. But I can show you in a minute. I'll push it forward. There we go. You might be able to see it focus. We're still on record, but it took me a while to do it. Yeah, you see the plus side down below on the corner of my screen. But this is what we're going to be dealing with today. This is the plus side down here. We just had to get that thing out of there. It was a bad solder joint they had. Probably that's why it was like that for years. But we're okay. It's in the upper lower right down that way. You can see it right there. We're good. We're good. Come on, guys, give me credit. I'm doing good on this. I never recapped a radio before. I've done divoids. It's the first time we've done it. But I'm going to put some solder on these things. Yeah, okay. I'm going to put this over in a minute. I'm going to put it in there and solder it myself right away. Let's see. You can do it right here when you do it right here. Yeah, you can stand it up. Alright. The minus side, the plus side goes right there. The minus side goes right there. Push it all the way down. That's the way I do it. It's perfect. Yeah, it's alright. We're going to flip it upside down. I'm going to do it like that. Make sure it's not touching anything. Let's do it. solder the crap out of this thing. And aim it away from the trace boards. There we go. Let's do it. I'm going to solder it now. Takes me 10 minutes to do it. Let's see you guys got this on camera. But that was a tough one today. Think about it. I did some scratches that shouldn't hit the trace boards. Be okay. Let me take a look. Where I'm at. Okay. Let me see if we can turn that light down a little bit. There we go. I'm going to be in the lower corner screen. I'm going to move it this way. You guys get a good glimpse. There we go. Let's do it right there. That'd be awesome. I cannot scrape things like that again. But this shouldn't be, all the little tiny ones should not be that tough as that one. Because the little tiny, these things will be okay. Let's do that right. I want to do some of this. That's beautiful. That's what I want. that bad, guys? I did pretty good. I wanted to have that tough. That should be a bad solder joint. The other one was a shit solder joint. Sorry about that on YouTube. That was a tough today. I think we did really good. I'm gonna get this thing done. You didn't believe me. Those tough ones, you have to get around them. If you guys want to donate like a desolder gun, let me know. If you guys want to do it on YouTube, give me a shout back. So those desolder guns would be great to have, but this rig is well worth a fix. As long as this thing is alright, it's not hitting the trace, we're okay. We should be able to get this thing to work soon when we get a chance. I don't know how my solder joints do good because I don't want cold solder joints. But I'm going to cut this off right now. Then I'm going to be the next challenge, the other one. But I don't do it quick like these guys on YouTube because they over rush things. But I don't rush it. I'm going to cut it off right about a few points there and get my clippers. So let it cool off for a couple minutes. We did good today. I want to keep it that short. That's what I'm going to do. That's perfect. Yeah, you can reuse those leaves. Let me take a look at the camera. We're going to probably do some more, another cap thing, but at least we can get it right. Let me see. Do you guys see it? I think it was this right here. You guys can tell. We'll look at that later when we get done. We're not going to fire up the rig. We're going to replace all those caps. And I want to make sure everything's good, but hope anything's broke the board. But I'll show you what I mean. I'll take some pictures of this later. But I had a challenge to do this. We did that today. Let me see, that's not a straight knot. But it didn't hit the trace board, thank God. Maybe I'll clean some of that flux off. I was worried about that trace board, but there was a scrape I hit there. It's not going to wreck the board as long as it's not hitting these. These we have to worry about those. It's the only thing when it hits those black bars. But have you guys ever done that before? Scrape there along the board a little bit and scratch it? We're going to probably be using this here in a couple of minutes. We'll see how it did right. Let's see what it looks like first. Now I want to confirm when I looked at it. It looks really good. So it's only a few feet off the ground, but that's alright. As long as you don't smash on it, it should be able to be okay. Yeah, it should be fine. As long as it's not to the ground. Some guys make it to the ground, but it'll be fine. I'm about to pull these out later. And I'm going to get this cap done right now. I'm going to make sure we're on camera here. The way you get it out, you just have to pull over the pliers. And that's how you guys do it. I'm going to put some flux on it right now. Trying to figure out where the big guys are at. So they will be, I think, just here and there. Let me take a look. Here they are, right there, these two big blobs. That's them. Not the transformer. The two big blobs right there. That should be it. That's them right there. You guys can see it. Right there. Those two blobs right there. Let me take a look. We'll move the board that way. There we go. Should be able to see it. The two big blobs are right here. Right there. See those two giant blobs? That's what we're going to be taking them off. This guy who did this board did a very bad job of it. I don't think it's original. I think it's been modified before. Let me put the flux on first, but believe me, if I had a great soldering guy, I could be able to remove these no problem. That's why I like to have those $100 gun, solder desolder guns. They can do almost every board you want, but you can get them out. It depends on the solder they have. A lot of radios are not like that. This guy put a different kind of solder. I just use a basic solder for this kind of stuff here you get at Walmart. I have other solders too, but I want to use that kind of good quality, decent solder. And I've done diodes this way too. Okay, we're good. This iron thing does really great. We need to make sure this thing's tuned up on the tip. Now she's ready to go. Okay. Tip. Shit! Uh-oh. It didn't hit a trace board, thank God. I'll fix that in a minute. Sorry about that. It didn't hit the trace board over there, thank God. Let's start this. I'll have to reflow this again. There we go, we got it. That worked. That's what I wanted to get it out like that. That pulls out with pliers. Probably didn't scratch that board up. It didn't hit the trace up there, thank God. At least I fixed that scratch. It'll be okay. Okay, we're gonna do this again. There we go. You got a lot of it. Okay, we're about to do like the technique we did before to pull it out. Oh, that was some solder cleaned out. But it's going to be well worth it once we get it fixed again. I'll have to use a flat floor to get that thing to work. Use solder this up. Yep. I'm going to do this again in a second like we did before. With the solder on gun. Pull this out. Might not be able to see it on camera, but I had to point it to the edge so that it comes right out easy. So I've done this before, but it'll get it out, then you smooth the edges out. You guys won't see the pulling out, but I'm doing it right now. There, it's easy to pull out like that. Got it out of there. You guys see that? Looking good. Looking good. Looking good, see? You guys can see that right there. So, another one of them. We got one more to go. That's what I'm going to do the tough challenge today. So I'm going to leave this rig out here for several months until we get it all ready to go. But we just had to do this to give us an idea. So what I have to do is retune this up. This is what I want to do one of the challenges today. So you guys see this better on the camera. Looking good, looking good. That's when you gotta do that. I'm gonna get some of this job done. That's okay. This should be fine. Let's smooth this out right here. It'll be fine. Okay, we're gonna go back to it. We're okay with that. As long as it's not touching those joints, will be okay. Okay, I'll fix that. It's not perfect, but it's okay. It'll get it to go. There we go. Doesn't have to be perfect. As long as you don't touch those other things, you're okay. Just smooth it out a little bit. It'll be okay. Just gives an extra layer. Now we're going to put the big guy back in. And we'll be okay. We're going to put the other thing back in a second. Sorry this video takes a very long time. But I'd rather run it on YouTube to give people an idea. And we'll zoom it up later. We can look at the camera before we get on out here. These are the two things I wanted to do today. Start on the recapping. do.FULL radio. Each week I'll do some recapping of this radio. And I'll have to look around. But that was a tough one today. But this will be done soon. I want to put these big caps in right now. But I had to do this today, but if I could do this radio, I could do any radio as long as I don't put anything connected to or destroy that, I'll be okay. It shouldn't be destroyed that the way I connect this. It's not close to the pins. At least I got some good eyes. We can redo that solder later, but We gotta make sure everything's good. Some of these guys don't show you a lot on YouTube, but they do. But at least I took the speaker thing off, but I marked it with a black marker, which I would hook it up. Now we're going to put this cap back in. This is the minus side and the positive side. The positive side is the plus. That the plus side goes where it's at. So I'm looking at, make sure we don't hit the wrong one. Yeah, the plus side goes to the darker side. This is the minus side. Looks like this little spacers. That's the minus side. The plus side is the dark side with no gray line. Flip it over. Yep. And we'll pull this up in a minute. We don't want to touch anything except this direction be the best bet. Bounce one of them like that. Okay. This should be able to be okay. I'm not going to cut them off because I'm going to solder it right on top of it. It gives you a grip. That's why I'm going to aim it that way. You're looking good. We're looking great. I'm going to put some flux on it before I start it. Oh, this flow looks pretty good. It's not that bad. We're okay. Because this video is going to go on YouTube today, but, well, I'm not here today, but my families are like, my family's went to Crossville today, but I'm still here. But, something like I tell you like that, my family went there today, but I don't go to Crossville for reasons and all that. People know about that story out there, but yeah, because my grandparents used to live there. But the good news about that, I'll have to check what happens only for my brother. He went to a new place today, 3 weeks ago, and he's been enjoying himself lately. They take him out to places like movie theaters. Sometimes they'll probably go to NASA space camp probably, and also they probably go on cruise ships once a year to Florida, but this is a big one in the state. Whereas mental illness and stuff like I told you about a while back to all my special friends, and this is all my UDX members out there waving their hands, but Mike usually knows, we talked about that a while back, but I told you about it on some of my videos. But yeah, he's doing really quite good, but we'll see what happens. I have to see, it's not even been a month yet. Did I tell you what happened in the other situation? It was back several months ago. And don't want to tell the company's names on out there, because my brother was abused in a way. It's a very long story about that. But so far he's doing good day. He's in a big house. It's actually the same place where my grandparents used to live back during the 1980s. Until they went there in 1988, and until like 1993, they moved out toward the outside of the country, outside of the Crossville. And they passed away several years later, like I told you about the stories. But I will go to Crossville once in a while, but when I get my when we get better on the DX stuff, we'll probably do that later on. But I'm supposed to get an antenna real soon. I ordered another one of those Trim 300 antennas. I got a good deal on Fleabay the other day. It's coming pretty fast. but they're the ones I used on our skip videos for my Quad 5. Do that. Have to put some more solder on this stuff. Let's do it. One that's not touching those plates. Touch up one, but we're okay. I'll have to re-look at this in a second. Don't worry, guys. Let's smooth this out right now. I'm going to cut these off right now in a second. I'm going to put some more solder on it. Oh shoot, that's too much. to stop the video soon, guys. Okay? Okay, we'll stop the video and show this later. Okay, we'll bring it back and show you a little later when we trim these things off. Oh, we got it okay. I'm going to show you what it looks like. So we're looking good. So, we just got it done today. So you guys can see. Show you the board in a second. Hope you guys see it. There we go. Give me a light. There we go. See where I flowed out right there, what it just did? Well, we're not connected yet. This is where I was worried about, this part here. See that? That's where I soldered in earlier today. This was the connectors I did today right here. That was a challenge. This one right here. No, that's not it. These right here. These are part of that thing I had today. It's looking good. Hold on. There we go. I can see my screen. I flowed that out today, so it shouldn't be that bad. This is where I soldered those two things I had today, and I'll show you where I did that. I think those are the two I did today, not that. Those I think I soldered those today. Right here. See where that scratch mark I did today? That's what I had happen today, right there. Then I soldered these joints right here. That one and that one. I did good on that. Hope it doesn't affect the board. So it shouldn't affect it because it didn't hit that down there barely at all. So it was luck. So I had to flow this today, but it's not scratching the board. I reflowed some solder to it. It should be okay, as long as they're not touching those things on the side. So I was trying to cover that scratch up. It's alright. They're looking good. Let me show you the components I did today. Here's the two big guys, see them? That's the one I replaced today, those two right there. Two black ones, see? They came out really good today. Looking good. At least I got them on the right side. See the minus sign plus. Yeah, we replaced those today. So it should be okay on this thing. I hope you guys know I took the speaker wire out, but I put it back in a little bit later. So it's okay. I was worried about that board today, but I still flowed the solder, but as long as it's not touching any joints, it's okay. Let's take a look at these boards again. If we did okay with this, it's not going to affect the board, right? It just flows the solder. As long as they're not touching those components on the side, that's what I'm more worried about. So they're not touching them, see? They're okay as long as it's doing that. But there's a plate underneath it, so it should give me a better flow to make the radio a little bit better. Shouldn't smoke it up or nothing like that. So there's our radio, but we're looking good today. We got more caps to replace later on. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. That was the TRC 451. So that took a challenge for that one. The other components should be a lot easier because those were the tough ones I did today. So I was just trying to do some recap on these big guys. The radio should be able to work fine with that, what I just did, but I'm not going to plug it in until we replace all the caps in there. I'm doing the hard ones, but the blue one, I'll show you this thing a lot of the guys were talking about, but I had to probably take this out. This, they think it's a channel expander, but there's components under there. Let me show you. A lot of guys were telling me about this. They think it's a channel expander, but somebody think it's a 10-meter radio, but this is the part why I got it for 65 bucks back then. You guys can see it right there. I'm showing the light. There we go. You guys can see that. That's why I put the Sony hand camera. See, you can see all those other components in there. I don't know what's holding it underneath it, but that's what's holding on top of that. But I'll do those last. I'm not going to mess with those first. They think those are the audio chip. See? So we're looking good on all these, so I'm going to be replacing all those caps. I'm going to work on that and these too. But they'll be well worth when you get them done. But not right now. That was it today we just did. We're okay. And we're going to get on out of here today. This is Foxman 362 World Radio. Have a good day on YouTube. And I go by UDX-362 out there. United Delta X-Ray 362. So I also go by UDX-362 on TikTok. And I go that on Rumble. Either way, you guys can check that out. But this video will be on YouTube today. So catch you later, and we'll bring out some videos sometime soon.